Okay, friends, subscribers, and all YouTubers out there. What you are seeing here is a representation of what my planet looked like. Yes, there are a few little things here and everything that are different, and I've missed out on Hawaii and this because there wasn't enough space. I am actually going to redo this a bit more so I can add all those little islands in and everything like that when I've got a bit more time. But what I'm currently doing is I'm going to get a map. One I'm trying to find. Someone said there's a game out there that had all these countries in there, but they're out of shape to me. So I've got to reshape a couple of them. But the thing is, I can do that. I'm quite capable of doing it. You'll notice the colour schemes are a bit different and everything's been chopped and changed. Like this is actually smaller now. This is bigger now. These are smaller here, and this is pretty much the layout they were in my world. The countries might not be the exact same shapes, and I'm going by memory. My memory is pretty good because geography was one of my favourite subjects at school because I got to draw. As I said, I'm an artist. I like drawing. Okay, and the thing is, it's sort of you've got to understand that everything here is different, and you've got to turn around and you've got to realise that stuff may be different. Now, something that someone mentioned, Chariot mentioned that we may not be from the same planet after all. But guess what, Charity? You may still be from the same planet because of you've got to understand, and you've got this is where everybody has to open their mind a little bit. That's that tiny, tiny, tiny little bit more. Now, the country tall red existed in my world because, see, when you go to Google Earth and things like that, right, straight up it's wrong, right? Straight up it's wrong. And you may have still come from my world. Your memory might be just jogged, but a lot of people's memories I don't think are like that. See, because in my world, see all this is just the wrong shape, right? But if in relation to France, where the fuck is France? Somewhere down here. So there's so many missing countries in this one here that it's beyond a bloody joke. There we go, France. See, France and Switzerland and somewhere down here, I can't remember the exact location of Torrid, but I know it was in between two mountains. Okay, I think it was down here in between mountains somewhere. But see, this is all wrong. Okay, this is all wrong. France is just in this is just way too large, so it's hard to explain to you folks because like everything's wrong. See, if I go to my map, right? So you've got to remember there's confusion because of the map difference. Okay, and yes, um, Jared, Torrid might not have been on your world, but this is where the opening of the mind comes in. Okay, you may have been from this exact same location in the galaxy. Find the image. Right, you may have still been up here on the Sagittarius arm. Okay, Charity, Charlotte, Charity, sorry, Charity, not Charlotte. Charlotte was the other girl. But your world may have looked exactly like this, but you may be from a different dimension. See, when you're merging parallel worlds and parallel things, they may have opened up not only parallel things in the galaxy, but different versions of us. We could actually be just different dimensions. But the fact that some of us are from, I've got to find it, I've just shut it off. No, some of us could be from the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy. Some of us may be from the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy, just a totally different dimension. And this is what you've all got to realize. Okay? This is a possibility as well. And there could be 5 or 6, because some people are saying, no, the world's the same, but this is different. This could explain why people are saying that this Earth, right, looks the same to them with multiple changes, right? Hence the dimension shift. Okay, got to understand that the dimension shift may have come into this as well, and it's very possible. It's all to do with the parallel Earth theory. Okay, and even going by their theory here, because I know the ocean was never that large in my world, and if that, I'll tell you now, if that on my world, if the polar ice cap wasn't there, nearly every country would be underwater because the ice cap in my world was a huge thing. So if your ice cap melted here, it wouldn't affect us. But if in my reality, if the ice cap melted, and they're saying, oh, well, the ice cap melted, well, it hasn't really affected anybody, has it? So that's what I mean. It's sort of if the ice caps have melted. So we're not only from parallel worlds, we're from parallel dimensions. So that's the strange thing because some people are from here, but they're finding differences, and this is what I'm finding. If you actually go and talk to people in the forums, you're going to find this out because there's so many of us from so many different places, folks. I've been contacted. I'm hearing stories of people from over this side of the galaxy. I'm still waiting for one guy. I've sent him this map, and he's going to send me back a version of this, and where he is. And the thing is, you could be from here. Your Earth still could look like this, but in this location, right? This is what I mean. But the problem is, at the moment, on the world we currently are, we are on the Orion Spur. The stars, I tell you now, are in this alignment for here. So we are looking at the stars from here at the moment. So if your world looked like this, but you know for a fact you came from here, that means you're from a different dimension rather than a parallel Earth. Okay, so you've got to understand that. Now, CERN was about merging dimensions as well and looking at other dimensions. Right? They've not only cracked the parallel, like the parallel world thing, where we are in the same galaxy but just in a different position, looks similar, everything, which is actually still a possibility because God in this reality would have made, I reckon he would have made multiple Earths and he could have made multiple dimensions, right? And he is an omnipotent being, okay? And everybody, to me, when we talked about God and everything like that, I always thought that's what God, that's who God was. That's where he was, right there, the great, mighty, powerful, and bright star. But an omnipotent being. He's actually a being capable of doing all this. And this is the strange thing, folks, that you've got to open your minds and you've got to look at this possibility. They've not only merged parallel worlds in the same galaxy, they've merged dimensions because this explains why people hear and saying, oh, no, 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 we're still on the Sagittarius arm. They think we're still on the Sagittarius arm. I got a shock for you. Okay, if you think you were born on the Sagittarius arm and the world looked like this world, okay, we'll zoom out on it, and Earth looked like this, okay, you're from a different dimension, okay? But if the world looked like this and Taured didn't exist in your reality, you're from a different dimension. But if the world looked like this and you came from this place on the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy, and the world still looked like this, right? But Taured wasn't in your thing. You're from a different dimension because Taured was a country in mine. It was located, yes, between France and that, and it was a tiny little country. And I mean, it was tiny. I think it was even smaller than Estonia. I don't know if you've got Estonia here. We had a country called Estonia, and it was a small country as well. There were a lot of small countries. A good example of the differences is here in Russia. Where's Russia? Where's Russia? Right? Because in your reality, right? I'll zoom in on it if I can get this thing to slow down. So in your reality, that's all still Russia, right? In my reality, Russia was broken up. And see this little section here? That's what Russia was. Russia went back to being that much. And all the other little countries were returned to it like their rightful owners before the USSR. The USSR collapsed in our thing. There was a big wall thing. I'm still trying to. I haven't got to that side of the research. If anybody knows if there was the Great Wall did fall in this reality, let me know because I haven't got to the Great Wall yet. There's too much research out there to do. I'm constantly bloody researching. I pretty much haven't gone out, folks. I really haven't. I'm going to have a game of poker tonight, actually. But the thing is, folks, it's sort of the reality have changed, and they've changed too much, and they're greatly changed, and the world is not the same as what it used to be. It's really fucking freaky, and it's so fucking strange, folks, that you've got to look at this shit and you've got to say, okay, well, yeah, that's not right. See, I've noticed there's, see, Moscow's even in the fucking wrong spot in this reality, by the way. But there's Kazakhstan was returned, right? But all these other fucking countries, see, Moscow was fucking miles away up here somewhere, right? But Russia wasn't this fucking big. It was returned, all the tiny little countries and what people are calling states, right? These were returned to their rightful owners because Russia was made up, the USSR was made up of many little countries, right? But it was all fucking returned to them, okay? And that's what you've got to understand. We may be from the same planet, just a different version of that planet. You may have come from here. The world still could look like this on your plane of existence. Okay, America could still look like that, but if you're saying, because I'm getting people telling me that yes, we came from here in this map, right? But the world looked like this. Sorry, it didn't come up. The world looked like this, but then I've got people saying, no, the world looked like this. So open your minds, guys. It's sort of we are from so many different versions. This is what I've been talking about from day one. That it's not just two Earths. There's multiple. There's hundreds of us from different locations. I'm getting people saying, "Well, I'm from here." Well, Chariot thought Chariot thought she was from my same world. Okay, because it looks the same. Okay, it looks exactly the same. Right, the positioning of America's right, everything like that. Cuba's, and I've actually worked out where Cuba. I remembered where Cuba was, folks. Under Florida, just off the coast a bit. It's still out of alignment a little bit. Someone said it should be that little bit closer to here. I've had people saying it should be closer to here. Okay, because it's still in the right location. It's away, and that's the correct angle. Everybody's telling me that's the correct angle, except for the people who are from this world. The only people that are telling me everything's wrong are from this world, right? And now, if you're going to make a comment about the fact that this world is not the same and everything like that, but you start calling me or any old earther nuts, and you're going to be blocked. I have blocked about 5 people for the same thing after watching this video's comments today because they're just being absolute smartasses and they can't handle it. And guess what? Come in under your alternate name and you want to comment and everything, be good because you'll lose that one as well, the right to comment. And this is more for support for the Mandela, well, I call us the CERN refugees, right? We're now refugees in a world that's not our own, okay? But you've got to all understand there's many of us from different versions. As I said, this could be the map layout of your reality. And okay, I'm going to use the word reality this time, okay? But I'm still going to use parallel. Now, the reason why there's you've got to understand the difference between a parallel Earth and a different dimension, okay? Now, this is one dimension, okay? Let's just say this is one dimension, okay? There's no differences. If I had a spaceship big enough and fast enough, I could travel from here to here. That's one dimension. But it's also a parallel Earth, right? This is the parallel Earth, right? Now, but in my Earth, right, So you guys are here. Your Earth looks like this, okay? But you are on this arm of the galaxy, right? I am from this arm of the galaxy. Now, a country named Torred existed in my galaxy, right? But that is the map layout of my reality. Now, here's the fun part, right? Your world could still look like this, right? Because I haven't gotten to this one yet. If you remember this map, but say you are from here, because yes, I've had two people so far saying no, the map's this, right? No, trust me, my messages. Now, if you're messaging me, okay, yes, I said I'll get back to all yous, okay. My messages are over 3,000 messages at the moment, so yes, it's taking time. I pretty much am now working on the Mandela Society pretty much every day, non-stop. And yes, and the phone line has been fixed. For those of you that tried to ring the phone line and got a very grumpy old man because I got a message about it, we rang up and said, "Oh, you're a really grumpy old ass." And I said, "What are you talking about? I haven't spoken to anybody yet. The phone hasn't been connected." And because it was still in the process of being fixed up and everything, and for some unknown reason, Skype had done a redirection the wrong way, so when you clicked on the logo, it was going to some grumpy old man. So I tried calling the number, and guess what? It happened to me too. I went to some grumpy old man. Whether or not I went through to another dimension, I don't know. But yeah, it was quite weird. So I spent the night on the phone, not on the phone, on the text. And how's this Skype, right? A free service, person to person, right? I had to chat because it was too expensive for them to fucking do phone support. Fucking, I had to laugh. I had to fucking laugh. But going back to our parallel dimensions and different dimensions. Okay, your Earth still could look like this, but you could be from the Orion arm and the thing. So that means that, and see, and here's the catch, right? Your Earth could look like this, but be over here, look like that. But you could be living here, but your Earth look like that, right? This is how it all works. It's spun out this theory because, and the thing is, the connection and the theory to connect through wormholes and black holes and shit like that is the exact same theory. Different dimensions have been theorized for years. Parallel Earths have been thing. CERN not only, this is most probably why this happened, because they've most probably tried to contact them both, and the fucking thing's gone balmy, and instead of just going contacting a parallel Earth, they've contacted the fucking different dimensions and merged multiple fucking dimensions. I really have. I've got hundreds of fucking people saying, "No, I'm from here, but it doesn't look like this. We come from the Orion arm of the galaxy, but it looks like your world." Right? So this is what you've all got to understand. This is like, this is doing my head in, guys, right? Why am I so, okay? Everybody at school was good at something, okay? I was good at school in two things: cooking. Oh, sorry, three things. I forgot about math. I didn't like to brag about the math part, but okay, I was good at maths, reasonably good at maths. I sort of got B's to A's. I never got an A plus, but I always got B's. I'm the type of person. Okay, now I've told you all that I've been studying at college for 23 years. I went back to college in when was it? 1994. I'd done some time at college prior to that when I was younger, but went out and did the working life and everything. Then I had an accident and my spinal column was injured, and so after that injury, I went back to college, and unfortunately, in this reality, he had a similar accident caused by a different way. I've been looking through all the medical records and stuff like that, and so his accident was a little bit different. Had exactly the same operation, laminectomy fusion, but his fusion was only L L5, I think it was. Yeah, I'll have to go back through the records, but yeah, he still had a fusion. But the thing is, sort of, he didn't have the S1. L5. Yeah, he had L5. I had L5 and S1 because in our reality, our lower sacrum wasn't fused like it's fused in this reality. Okay, so yeah, it's a head fuck. Trust me, this is a total mind fuck. And but I have to now lean towards CERN is the 100% thing, and it's not just a mind fuck, folk. This could be still be deliberately done. This still could have been deliberately done, and they may have just did this to try and prove it, which I think it's all it was. That they tried to prove that this happened, right? And this is why the story of Atlantis might have happened. Atlantis might have discovered the same fucking technology. Did you ever think of that? That's why Atlantis disappeared. Atlantis might have thrown himself into another fucking dimension. But yes, okay, everybody see. I know you're all going to say, but no, it's sunk. You sure it's sunk? We're only told it got sunk. Might have just disappeared because it fucking disappeared, right? And strange thing is, right, there was a video, I saw a video in this world about a city under the sea showing up in pilots fucking at night time. And we had something similar in our world, but it was a theory. It was Atlantis in my reality because there was orange lights under the sea and you could only see them. And generally, it was from when you were flying from here to Hawaii that you could see. It was in between Australia and Hawaii somewhere, and in between here and a different part of South America, they could see it on certain flights. There was a crossover. Most probably would have been somewhere about there in the Pacific Ocean, and but the thing is, you've got to understand there are multiple dimensions, multiple reality, multiple parallel Earths. And a parallel Earth, and I'll go back to I'll start back on the parallel Earth. Okay? A parallel Earth means that it's the same galaxy. There's one Earth here, one Earth here, another Earth over here. The flat Earth is over here, and this is underneath it, or above them, or whatever, because they said they could see this. They couldn't see all of it, but they could see a lot more of it because they saw, like, their Milky Way was like one, two, I think he said you could see about 4 arms or something. So, yes, this is what I'm getting from it. And this is all part of it. So you're not nuts just because all of a sudden you're not from my world. You're not nuts. You're still not nuts. Okay, this has actually happened, and they have not just merged and contacted a parallel version of Earth. To me, right, my Earth still looks the same as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know because I'm not fucking there. Okay, so I don't know. But to me, this is what my planet looked like. In my reality, the country of Torred was a real fucking country. It was a very small country. There were lots of little countries, and like I wouldn't be able to name the fucking all, but I can tell you now, mention their name and I'd remember them more than likely. It's sort of where the exact location. I remember like a pretty much good layout of the earth and stuff like that. It has been, it's been 30 years, maybe a bit more than 30 years since I've been at school studying geography. So I'm going by my memory of geography of 30 years ago. And I know that that's 100% right because I saw the maps all the time. But when it comes to the little individual countries and shit like that, I've got to go by memory, okay? Because it's like a long time ago. And yes, I've drawn maps before since then, but I've never gone in and delved into the tiny little things because this is easy to remember, but going through and fucking remembering everything. But I do remember Torred because I know, see, in my reality, Torred was responsible for, like, you in this one. I found out the user got a similar problem we had in our world where Mexicans had come up into America. Torred, right? Because it was so small, there wasn't fucking much work. They just used to go through instead of going through the borders. They just went up back and back roads and shit like that. But France didn't really take much fucking notice of it and didn't really fucking care about it. They were pretty much, France tried to say they were fucking part of France and different things, and the other side said no, they're part of mine, and sort of, and it's like how, see, in this area it was all divided up back to the countries that was the thing. But to have one fucking area of it, right? Sorry, Canada. See that lake too big is too big for me, and but this is too fucking small. That's too small. Russia's too fucking big. It was divided back up and given back to the fucking countries that it belonged to. But in this world, it's the same as this world. Like fucking Mongolia. Right, Mongolia wasn't part of fucking its own country. It still existed, and they were still called Mongolians, but it wasn't a country. It was part of China. They were Chinese as far as anybody was concerned. This just didn't exist. See, this is what I mean. It's that mind fuck that I'm telling you about, right? This Earth here is what this Earth here looks like. This is for me, okay? But for me, I was there, but my world looked like that. Chariot's world looked like this, but Torred didn't exist. So she is from an alternate dimension as well. She's from a parallel Earth, from a parallel dimension. And it's a mind fuck. It really does your fucking head in. Trust me, it does. Like, so it's been doing scientists' head in for fucking years and years and years and years, this theory. What it's possible. This is why CERN was doing what they were doing, to fucking work out what the fuck was what. But the problem is, instead of just trying to do a little experiment to see or whatever, but the little experiment, I think they went a bit too fucking far. And I can tell you now, CERN is the only one that could be fucking responsible for what's going on. Right? The moment I come out and I see something, and because I'm thinking, okay, someone from Torred was fucking traveling in dimensions, and it did my fucking head in. It sort of, the thing is, it sort of, oh yeah, by the way, folks, I've got a group up. I've started a group. So if you want to contact me about the group, I will add you in. I'm slowly inviting people into the group. So yeah, I'll get back to that in a sec. Oh, it wasn't there. It's not there anymore. There we go. Yeah. Also, in your reality, you might not. Oh, okay. Yeah, Norwegian cat. Okay. What the hell? Something else. Oh, okay. Here. If I had Torad in my Earth, then I don't come from your universe. Okay. Maybe we still come from the same universe, Jared of Faith. Um, but see, this is what I mean. It just means that we're from different versions of the Earth. And my Earth, it was there, but we had Torred. Okay? Estonia might not exist here, or it might not exist in Chariot's world. There might be countries that she says that I don't know. This is what you've got to get through your head, guys. This is a total mindfuck, and it really is. Right? And those of you out there that are saying, oh, you're fucking nuts, well, guess what? We're not fucking nuts because we know that we come from a different fucking Earth. Okay? And we might just come from a different dimension because, right, as I said, your Earth could look like this, right? But it was here in the galaxy. Oh, sorry, no, sorry, not here in the galaxy, but here where my Earth was. Sorry, this is what I mean. It's a mind fuck. It just fucks with your mind. This, you might have looked, your world might have looked like this. That's what I was trying to do. I was in the wrong picture, right? But you might have come from here. Your world may have looked like this. You might have come from fucking here. I don't know. And this is what I mean. Like, people are like, and I wish I really could show you these messages, folks, because it's really fucking happening. And going back to the messages, I'm sorry I'm not getting to everybody. And going to comments as well. Right, your comment will disappear after you make a comment. Okay, it disappears. It goes into the land of Nod. But really, what's happening is comments are going not into the land of Nod, they go in here. They go into that little file. Right? Because unless I go and say yes, it don't make it into that. Right? Because I'm moderating our channel. Now, remember that. This is what they call moderating. Right? Now, if you do stuff like this, or you read, see, now, saved by Jesus, okay, stop spamming my channels. Okay, I'll allow it on one video, but stop spamming my channels, okay? Keep on spamming my fucking channels. I'm going to block you permanently. I don't care if you are a Christian. Yes, I'm a Christian, saved by Jesus. Okay, and I swear the fucking hell out of shit like that. Right? But you've got to understand, if you spam my channels, I'm not only going to report you, but I'm going to block you. So this is first and final fucking warning. Saved by Jesus, keep on doing this, spamming every fucking video, because I've got to go through this and I've got to fucking prove it. Watch this. I'm approving fucking one, then I'm garbaging fucking everything else. That's what I do with spam. Alright? So you got to go through and everything, and you got to look at everything, but you've got to realise, folks, that I got a lot of this takes a lot of work. Yeah, an Arizona sunflowers. You want to come into fucking and chat up. This is a nice comment. I might allow that one. But yeah, he's made a few nasty ones, but he's already blocked, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to allow that one. You want to come in under a different name, Arizona? Yeah, you're going to realise that if you fucking make bad comments, I'm going to block you. But okay, adding videos and stuff like that. If you want to put videos on, please put them on the Facebook page, on our Mandela Effect Society Facebook page. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's the group. It's starting up. Mandela Effect Society. At the moment, it says secret, and I am actually changing that. I've just got to work out how to do it. I've clicked the wrong fucking button when I've done it, but I am changing that, and I've just got to work out how to fucking do it. Anybody knows how to change a group from secret to public? Let me know, will you? It's that one's doing my head in a bit because I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to work on the website and trying to do as much as I can, folks. So you've just all got to realise that yes, I'm doing my fucking best. I really am doing my best, and just give me time to get it done. And I've got to cut this from the fucking thing. Shit. 32, 32, 32, 32, 32. You won't hear this shit because okay, sorry about that, folks. I went to show you the group, and I just noticed there was something else on the web page, a chat with a very dear friend of mine, and it appeared in the video, so I had to cut it out and everything like that. So, just as I said, you've got to understand this is a mind fuck, and I'm saying it's a total mind fuck. Okay, this is how I remember Earth. I came from here. I've wound up here, but the Earth fucking looks like this. Totally fucking different. Different layout. Totally fucking different. Right? But my Earth looks like this, and I'm from fucking here. But your Earth could look like this, but you still come from the Orion spur. Multiple dimensions. Multiple parallel Earths. This is caused by CERN. We need to shut CERN down before they do this to anybody fucking else. They could collapse the fucking galaxy itself. So we've got to shut them down. And I'm telling you now, we have to shut this down. And if these videos somehow get through to the other dimensions, and I wish they could, because there has been residue, and hopefully this is the one residue that gets through to every dimension and everything else. You need to go into court and shut CERN down. CERN needs to be legally shut down. Okay, after hearing Charity's comments made me realise it's more than just a parallel Earth. It has made me realise that it's dimensions as well, because Charity of Faith, same world, different dimension, different countries. This is what I mean. It's a total mindfuck. She comes from the same place in the galaxy. She comes from over here on the Sagittarius arm, about 80,000 light years. Her world looked like this, but the countries are different. Looks exactly the same, but the countries are different. So it's a different dimension. CERN has done something major, okay? It needs to be closed down. An investigation needs to be done. The people that done this need to be prosecuted in a law of court. And I mean prosecuted for it. This is worse than any fucking world war crime because they have ripped and kidnapped people from across the fucking galaxy, right? There's a chance that if there was a spacecraft big enough, I could get to go home, but I don't know now. After seeing this and seeing what Chariot said, I don't know what fucking dimension I come from. I don't know what fucking thing. All I know is the location of where I come from. I come from over here, but am I even in the same dimension? I could be in a totally fucking different dimension as well. We're never going home, folks. We're stuck fucking here, and we need. And CERN, you're going to pay for the rest of my fucking life stuck in a world where I don't have my fucking children. I'm going to sue you for the stress because even today I was sitting on the dunny, right, thinking shit after, and because it was actually Charity, it was your comment, but it wasn't your fault that you made the comment. It made me fucking realise, fucking hell. You made me realise that it's more than just parallel worlds. I could be I still could be fucking, I've still travelled the 80,000 light years, but is this even my fucking dimension? Is this even my dimension? See, because the theory of a parallel world is, right, that the Earth here is going to be the same and the Earth here is going to be the same, but it's in a different location. Lives and everything are going to be different, which they are, right? But the theory was that this one and this one were the same. This is what could explain the differences between this and between fucking this. Right? Everything is fucking different. CERN has done a total, not only a mind fuck to us, and this is more than just the governments, and it could still be the fucking governments fucking with our minds. They could be fucking mind controlling you and making you remember things that aren't your fucking things. That's still a possibility. Yes, I have to admit that. Okay, and as you know, I'm open to every possible cause. I'm open to every possible theory. Why? Because I might not have done science in school, but I've always considered myself a scientist because I'm a mechanical engineer. You know, I study, and I've never looked into his grades into mechanical engineering. You know, I go and get a bloody copy of how far he got in mechanical engineering, but I did it. Started out just doing it and get my invention off the fucking ground. It's called the zipper stopper, by the way, but it's not on the market yet here, and I'm going to get it on the market. I've got a few little things I found out. He had a few little legal problems, and that's why it never got off the market, actually. So I have been researching into this life, and I'm going to make sure his life is improved here because if he does ever come back, I'm going to make sure he had a reasonably good life like mine. The countries might have been at fucking war, but I can tell you now, my country was still a lot nicer than this, and it's my home. Okay, so what? It was at war. My area, my country hadn't been affected. Yes, we still could have died. Okay, and that's still a fucking possibility. So you've got to understand, folks. Doesn't matter what fucking version of Earth, and this is this. See, now this also could go into the fucking have we died shit. Okay, because we're all from different fucking worlds, and we could be in heaven. This could be heaven. This could be fucking hell. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. It's a mind fuck. And that's what I've been saying from day fucking one. It's a mind fuck. But we all know who the fuck caused it. Hang on, I gotta shrink that down, move that up, put it across. That's who fucking caused it. These fuckers. CERN fucking caused this shit. I'm gonna fucking play it. Right? And the thing is, and they're fucking dancing about it. This is why they're fucking happy. Oh, and I notice there's some weird fucking picture up there, and I think that's got to do with the parallel fucking shit. And yeah, they are. You look at it. They researching. Go on the CERN. Look at it. Look at that one about the scientists. Charity of Faith. Can you repost that link? But repost that link about that scientist. Could you post it on the Facebook page, please? um, and everything. And guys, once I've got the group going, you're all going to be able to chat between yourselves and everything. And I have upgraded Skype, and so we got a little bit thing. I paid for that phone number, so we actually have a phone support. The phone support, if you want to talk or you've got a concept or you want to let me know about the concept, okay, you will find it. You must be a member to get it. You abuse the right or abuse the use of the phone number, you will lose that membership, because guess what? Your ID can be tracked down, even if you do have a private ID on Skype, which you can't. Um, and the thing is, even if you don't have an avatar, I can get Skype to track down the harassing phone calls, and you'll still lose your fucking membership. Okay, I don't want anybody to lose their membership, because there's too many of us being fucked with. Okay, and the thing is, it's sort of, we've got to turn around and we've got to fight these pricks, and we're going to have to take them to court, because, as I said, this is a real total mindfuck, guys. And I don't know what to fucking do anymore, and I'm back to the confusion stage again. And this is why we need to CERN's thing, because of the stress that this is causing us. Right? In my world, if anybody fucking cause you shitloads of stress and everything, you can actually sue them, and I think you can do it here too, from what the solicitor was telling me the other day. And fair enough, he can't take on the thing, because these bosses and everything want fucking money up front. They won't do it pro bono. But there'll be someone out there, and we'll fucking find some company. I'm going to talk to more solicitors on Tuesday, and I'm going to try and get one of these big fucking firms to do it, because I think I've got enough evidence to fucking prove it. But I'm going to start needing fucking witnesses, guys. So please go into the forum. There is a forum page for it. Who is willing to stand up in court? Those of you that haven't joined the society yet, the links to the society are always here. Okay, we've got the Facebook page, we have the Mandela Society page, and in this video, there's a link to that CERN video itself. So you can turn around and you can see where everything is, and I'm going back to where they're fucking dancing and shit like that, but I might have missed it. There might be a different. Oh no, this is the second video. Yeah, sorry, that's the second video. But the whole point is, CERN has caused this. We know they have caused this. And they need to be fucking stopped. The only way to stop it is to legally take them into a court fucking room, rip them to pieces, and seek compensation, because I've been ripped from my family, folks. And it's a fucking nightmare for me. I think about them every fucking day. I'm wondering what they're doing. And now that it's dimensions have come into this as well, yeah, it fucking upsets me even more. I'd love to go home to my fucking children, right? And it sort of just makes it fucking hard, guys, right? And so, yeah, okay, it's every time I talk about them, and it is getting harder, and it's getting harder every fucking day, because this is a fucking mind fuck. Where the fuck are we? Are we in the same, even in the same fucking dimension? Okay, I know it's the possibility for me. It still could just be a parallel fucking thing. Okay, but the fact that the Earth is not the same, right? That could still be parallel, but it's also could be dimensional. And you've got to open your minds up. And if you don't understand anything about the theory, go and look it up. Get on and look in parallel dimension, parallel reality, parallel world. Have a look at the theory, and you'll start to understand what I know. Why do I know and understand so much about it? Because over the years as a research, I've learnt this stuff. I just love studying, okay? I've always loved studying. I learn, and I remember, and okay, there were kids in school. Yeah, I was nicknamed the professor. the nerdy kid. I was still a tough bastard. Sorry, I wasn't a tough bastard up until third form because a couple of kids at school decided they'd sit behind me and throw little fucking rocks at the back of my fucking head. Called me a nerd. And they were fucking just sitting in the bus all the fucking way home, throwing fucking stones at the back of my head. And they weren't that fucking small. They were big enough to fucking hurt. And so, yeah, turned around and got off the bus, ripped me fucking watch off my hand, gave it to me sister. And this, mind you, the guy that was throwing the stones, he was third former. I was second former. I beat the fuck out of him. Went home covered in blood. Right? Not proud of the fact that I caused someone to be bleeding and shit like that, but that was when I was a kid. And I beat the living shit out of the guy, the third former, and the little second former beaten, and I was smaller than him too. And my mum fucking freaked out. She was about to call the doctor. She put me in the shower. She cleaned me up, and not 1 ounce of the blood was mine. It was the other guys, the third formers. Let's just say, next day at school, every cunt fucking was shit scared of me. I became the guy that you don't fuck with. And but here's the strange thing: the next day, got off the school bus, and his brother, my form, right, just happened to be, and mind you, just happened to be the Golden Gloves of the school. And he beat the living shit out of me because I beat his big brother. Oh, fucking! I went home and everything. This time I had a little bit of blood, and it was my own blood. But like, I look at it this way: like, he was only fucking protecting. He thought, well, because his big brother couldn't fucking protect himself and everything like that, so it just wasn't a good fighter. But he shouldn't have fucking picked on me, as far as I was concerned. I just lost me fucking block. But yeah, it just goes through, and I was that nerd that turned into the boy that you don't fuck with. And that's, I think, was a breaking point in my life that I started fighting back. And yeah, why did I share the story? Well, I just shared the story because it's got to do with why I'm a fighter and why I'm standing up for my fucking rights. Because I hate people throwing fucking stones into my fucking head and fucking thinking they can get away with, well, these cunts have done more. Oh, sorry, ladies. Oh, that's a word I don't really use, and I apologise for that one. I am very sorry. I apologise. Okay, I'm not going to apologise for the word fuck because it's in the Bible. Okay, but not in the Bible. Fuck. In the dictionary. In the dictionary. Okay, I got Bible on my mind because I just looking at the Bible at the time. It's in the dictionary, but the word see, yeah, I really do apologise, ladies. That is a word I should not have said, and I apologise greatly. And it was around 48, so if you don't hear that word, I have beeped it. If I can work out how to beep it. So, yeah, those of you out there, it's not just parallel worlds, it's parallel universes, parallel dimensions, parallel realities. We don't fucking know what the fuck they have done. It is a total mind fuck. It really is. There's no other fucking word for it. Okay? So you've got to turn around and you've got to do what you can. So, and I'm just writing down what section of the video that word was, the C word. So if you don't hear the C word, guys, I've managed to cut it out, but if it does sneak through, I'm sorry. But, Chariot, our worlds are the same. And that's what this is about, but there's differences. This is what I've been telling you. I saw the video about this guy from Torred and thinking someone from Torred has discovered dimension travel. And that's why I watched the video. Right? And I'll put the link to the Tall Red Man video. And then I watched the video and I'm thinking, hang on, that it doesn't exist? And it just proved even fucking more that where I come from, Torred doesn't exist. That's bullshit. Torred always existed. But I thought it was just some man from Torred fucking discovering dimensional travel. But This is what I mean. Now I watch the video, then I get a fucking shock and find out that he didn't come from Tourette. And that's made me start thinking, okay, he's come from my world. Then Chariot of Faith tells me, oh, well, if that's not if Tourette exists in your world, well, it didn't exist in mine, so we're not from the same world. But this is what I mean. We're from different worlds, guys. Just because we're from different worlds, we're still refugees. We're CERN refugees, okay? And we need to help each other, and we still need to support each other and everything like that. It's just that we know now that it's not just from a parallel world. It's parallel dimensions or different dimensions. That's why these changes are so thick and fast, and it could explain why instead of my Earth looking like this Earth here and there, that's the perfect that if that picture was like my Earth, right? That picture was my Earth with the America in the same position as it is in this one, right? So if that was the same, that's the exact representation of a parallel Earth. But then you come into this Earth looking like this, with America, I'll get it up. Sorry, guys. With America looking like this in this one, and then this one being here. So we go my Earth looking like that in up there, and this Earth down here looking like this, right? Goes through and says, okay, it still could be a parallel Earth, but the landmass has changed. But when Charity said no, that country didn't exist in my reality. That threw the dimension thing back into the thing. So yes, you could not just be from a parallel Earth, folks. You could be from a parallel dimension. If your Earth still looks like this, but you say you came from here, that is still possible, right? Because then you're from the parallel Earth of this Earth down here. Your Earth, a lot of you are saying your Earth looks like this. That's correct, right? But you're saying you're on the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy. You are from an exact, perfect, parallel Earth, right? Unless there's a country change, unless changes in the countries are different. But that still could happen in the parallel Earth theory. The parallel is supposed to be an exact representation of Earth. And that could explain why there's so many differences. And trust me, guys, yes, I know I haven't answered your messages. And this is why my messages are so full, because people are saying, no, this is not right. That's not right. I'm 100% sure it's here. And I believe you. I believe you because I'm seeing these differences. I'm seeing these emails. And yes, I even believe the flat earthers because the flat earth is still a possibility, especially in the way that's been drawn for me, that it's a disc, but on the opposite side of the disc. I got people saying, no, one side of the disc is one side of the earth, another side of the disc is the other side of the earth. Right? Who knows what shape the fucking earths are? We don't know nothing about the universe, okay? Look how vast the fucking universe is. So you tell me that you can know fucking everything about the fucking universe? Look at it. Look how fucking vast the universe is. And then you add fucking parallel. Okay, what's that one? Oh, that's a testing thing. Right. They've done the same sort of fucking research and shit like that. Shit like this. A lot of people don't know this. All right, you check this out, right? In my reality, we have these as well. Okay. Now, notice these arms on the sun, right? Everybody said, oh, no, that's just the twinkling of the fucking sun. That's not, right? They are physical objects. Because see that? As this gas cloud is dumped, and I'm saying dumped as if they're dumping their garbage, right? That gas cloud, notice those cuts in the gas cloud? That's from that. They're real. They are fucking real. Right? And then they shoot out fucking little things from the sun itself. But then you come across this with it. other creatures or whatever come in and fucking steal part of it. They scoop it up as if it's for fucking energy. So you can see the little curves and shit like that. Something's coming in and scooping this up. And this is the sort of research I was doing in my fucking reality. I was studying a lot of this sort of stuff, and even he was actually studying it as well. But I don't know. I haven't actually watched all these videos yet. There's a fucking lot of them because I'm doing as much fucking research. So here's another one of them, right? What they are is those lines on the sun, on every sun and every star. They're a physical object. See them there? But now see this little one here. It's still got that gas cloud. Right? It's still got the gas cloud. But notice it's chopped up. You can see the chops in the gas cloud. So they're real. So we know nothing. Oh, I know a fair bit about the universe and sort of different things like that because I've been studying it. I don't like the position is different, as I said, like you've seen it in the other one. Like this is just far too close for us. In my reality, you had to fucking zoom in on that, and fucking it was most probably about that fucking small. And you had to have a picture to see this version of it. So something's going on, folks. Something really big is going on that's bigger because we're not in the fucking same place in the galaxy and we may not even be in the same fucking dimension. So, yes, I now consider myself a dimensional traveller as well. Alright, so you've got to understand, guys and gals, the world as we know it no longer exists. If your world looked like this, oh shit, I shut. If your world looked like this, or your world looked like, oops, that's what I did wrong. I forgot to go back to that. Now, let's travel in space and time. Now we're back at Earth. How about that? Magic. And the thing is, yes, whether or not, and this is to the idiots who say, oh no, Google Earth's just CG fucking I. Yes, it is a fucking digital Earth animation that's been made up from satellite images and everything. And even this is being made up by, apparently, the theory is from deep sea scans and everything like that. Hence, that's why the Navy, US Navy, NGA is involved and everything like that. That's why the human anatomy looks different. That's why everything is fucking weird because we're not only shifted parallel worlds, we've shifted fucking dimensions, folks. It reminds me of the fucking the movie Sliders. This is a total mind fuck, folks. This is a total mind fuck. So look, you're going to have to turn around and you're going to have to start waking up and realizing we ain't in fucking Kansas anymore, Toto. We ain't in the same fucking universe. So we're not even in Oz. We might be in Zove. We could be ot. We ain't in Kansas anymore. Ot. So yeah, it's a mind fuck. Nothing more. And I do apologise if that word, if I don't get all of it. But you've got to understand, ladies, I do apologise for saying it. And if I do slip that out occasionally, yeah, I'm very, very sorry. As I was saying, I was talking about my experience, what turned me into a fighter, what turned me from being a nerd into a fighter, and why I stand up for me fucking self. And yeah, it was an event that happened in my childhood that turned me into this man I am today. That from the fuckwits out there, bullies and everything like that. Let's say bullies, you tried to pick on me, now you're being deep fucking shit. Yeah, so you've got to understand, guys, that we ain't in Kansas any fucking more, and you've got to start fucking realizing it. It's not just dimensions and not just things. The changes are for a reason because we ain't in Kansas any fucking more. Yes, this still could be the great deception of the devil. Yes, it still could be. The Bible spoke of it. There's so many Bible fucking changes that all go towards the devil. Yeah, this world could just be he actually won in this world, and yeah, or this dimension. So you've got to turn around. I still believe God exists, guys. I really do. God's going to save us. We might have died. Yes, we may have died. This could be purgatory or this could be hell. We don't know. So any of you out there that can't understand this or whatever, go out and do some research and actually start opening books. Look at parallel realities, because yes, they study them in this one. Look at parallel dimensions. Look at all the research you can. Look at all the videos you can. That's how I found the man from Torred that comes from my world. Because, well, he might not even come from my world. It still could come from a different world. But I know Torred existed in my reality. I studied geography. That's why I can remember the map reasonably well. Okay, I can't go in and say, oh, like, okay, I know that country is Papua New Guinea, right? I know Papua New Guinea was there, but see, I knew this fucking New Britain and all this shit. They weren't fucking there, right? West New Britain, they weren't my fucking all New Ireland. Yeah, they weren't fucking in my fucking reality. But I can't remember the exact names of the fucking things. I don't. I know, like I know Torred because I remembered stories of how they, when they used to sneak across the border to work and shit like that, never use their passports and everything like that. The Philippines, right? I got family, even in this reality. Part of my family comes from the Philippines because my dad married. He remarried twice after my mother, or three times after my mother, actually. In this even I haven't checked out how many times he married. In my reality, he divorced my mum when I was young, married a Filipino lady, and I won't mention her name. And I have a sister to that lady, a half sister. Then he divorced her, and then he married another younger one, and he had three children to that one in my reality. I think he only had two in this reality. And then after he divorced her, he went to China and he married a lady from China. And then they were in some island and they were on a cruise, whatever. He was snorkeling, something he enjoyed doing a lot. Even at an old age, he still loved doing it. And he had a heart attack while he was snorkeling. And in this reality, he actually drowned, but in my reality, passed from a heart attack whilst he was swimming. And the thing is, it's sort of just like I remember all these islands. Hey, well, okay, that's weird. Why is that blocked out? Why have they blocked that out? Oh, it's a bay. Okay, there wasn't a fucking bay near Manila. Okay, that's just something new. Yeah, I know Manila, yeah, because that's where one of my stepmums come from. But just different islands. I had a little girlfriend that came from where is it? Where the fuck is it? Yeah, she came from uh, somewhere near there. Oh no, there we go, up here. But this island's different again. So you've got to turn around, guys and girls, and you've got to realise we ain't in Kansas anymore. The world is different. Your realities are different. Your world still may look like this. You may come from here. You may come from there. You may come from there. This is a total mindfuck. It really is. So all I can say is what I usually say: hold fast to those around you. Hold fast to your beliefs. Love God. Love each other. And we're all in the same boat, guys. So no matter what planet we come from, no matter what reality we come from, we've all been fucked over by CERN, and we need to shut it down. So please go to the website. The link is in the description. Go to our Facebook page. If any of you have found some stories or whatever, and you want to write your own story about your thing, I need the bling. This is now where I start needing bling for our website. Okay, and I would like you to contribute, because we're all from different worlds and different realities, folks. So yeah, if you could thing, you'll get credit. I'll put your name on there. You don't have to put your name on. You can use your anonymous name, your YouTube name. I don't care. All right, but please sign the stories in some way or form, um, so that you can say, well, you contributed. And those of you that can support the website, yes, the apps cost money and everything, all those things and everything are going to thing. But I'm now starting to try and find bling. So if you've got a story, I can't do everything, guys. I really can't. Okay, it's hard enough doing what I'm doing. So any of you out there that are a journalist, or any of you out there that know how to write and do stuff like that and do research. And I know, Charity, you're a good researcher. Charity, if you could do me something, I'd love to put something up on the web from you, especially now the fact that we're from different Earths. Maybe the fact how, do a little story how you thought we were from the same Earth or something like that. Any of you out there that know how to write stories and things like that, just write your experience. If you want to put up your thing, because I'm putting up a form soon that about how, where we come from, what the differences were, and everything like that. Because I would like to post them. If you post on this form, it will be published onto the web page. Okay, if it's decent and it's not swearing, not a troll sort of a thing. I don't care what it's about. It's sort of, I want to know about the differences. But if you sort of throw in like, oh, yous are all fucking nuts and shit like that, it won't appear. It doesn't appear. It's got to go through me to appear. Okay. So any of yous out there that want to submit anything to the website, we are definitely a society now. There's a couple of thousand of us. So what I'm trying to do is I've got to work out all this thing, and I haven't been able to put up an analytics page yet because it's actually about $9 a month to buy it. It's a bloody another Microsoft friggin' app, and it costs $9 a month to put it onto the website. So any of you out there that can donate anything to the thing, yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated, folks. It does go towards to the thing, and as I said, the few, and we haven't had that many donations. Trust me, compared to the members, you don't have to donate, but if you've got a few bucks, God, if you've only got $1, throw $1 in. It's sort of because 4 years put in $1, that's a month of one of the apps, right? And if 100 of you's put in $1, that's an app for a year, or maybe, yeah, it'd be about a year. Yeah, because they come anywhere from $70 to $100 for the year. Some just go over $100, $120. I think the dearest one is, which is one of those ones like the analytic one. It tells you, and it would be only the analytic one will only be in a members section. Because it will tell you all the analytics, how many members there are, who's coming, how many comments we're getting, all this sort of thing. The site's slowly growing. So if you're new to the website, folks, yes, there's not much on there yet. It's still under construction. It's still being built, and unfortunately, because of all the stuff, I've got to pay for everything, and I don't have that much money in this reality. Unfortunately, I'm doing my fucking best. I'm putting all the money. I've pretty much used every cent that I've earned off my Yahoo stuff and all that. That normally goes to feeding me. Um, so yes, because I don't have a job in this reality, I don't have my invention out there, so I've got to get my invention up and running. So anybody's got some suggestions for the site, please give them to me, message them to me. If it's a suggestion about an app, whether if the app is something that they have, yes, I'll try and get it. But again, it depends on donations, guys. You've got to understand, I'm not a rich man. I used to have I was never super rich. I used to be years ago, but I sort of that went through an ex-wife, and she got everything in that. But then it's taken me many years to get back what I had in the other reality, and then I got ripped across the fucking galaxy and lost it all again. Here it's sort of just minor fucking problems, and sort of I'm trying to do my best to get him back on his feet because he could come back here one day, and I'm going to try and help him out as much as possible. And please do the same for your counterparts. Make it a positive thing, okay? And here's a tip: don't be an idiot if you do have a lot of money now and you never had money. Don't go out. Don't be an idiot and go out and fucking spend a lot, because you could be the one that's stuck with it, and you're going to send yourself fucking broke. Make more money out of it. There's a parable in the Bible in my world that used to state that, okay, if I give you a denarius or whatever, and it sort of you don't didn't increase the volume of the denarius, well, maybe this is that sort of a test for us. God's given you a bit of a denarius, or denarii, sorry, and the you've got to increase that denarius. So increase that denarius, folks. It's sort of, don't do it for yourself, do it for your counterpart. Because if you know how to make money, and your counterpart didn't know how to make money, help yourself out. Because some people have said maybe we should be helping each other, helping our counterparts improve themselves, as well as improve us while we're here. Let's make this positive. Let's try and make this world, because this world's pretty fucking shitty. No one abides by fucking road rules. It's very fucking dangerous here. And, yeah, so then I've noticed the roads are very fucking dangerous here. So you've got to understand, folks, turn around and make this a positive fucking thing. Okay? Help this world out as much as you can. Help others out. Those of you, because a lot of us are Christian. And the Christian thing to do is to help other people. You don't have to get credit for helping them. Just do it. Okay? If you don't want, oh, by the way, if you don't want your donation advertised to the fact, because I do thank people that give a donation. We've had two, well, yeah, reasonable things. They've helped pay for the apps. But I've only had two donations so far. It's sort of like they're any good. I've had a couple of small ones. They haven't left their name or anything like that. Sort of when I say small, it's just been a buck. But it's helped pay for the stuff. As I said, I was able to get the Skype phone numbers to set the contact thing up. And as I said, the contact only runs from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Australia time to 1 a.m. And yes, if the phone is busy, just try back. Okay, I won't call you back because I have no credit. Skype to Skype. If I've got time, yes, I'll call you back. If I've got time. But if you're not a Skype number, and I don't know if you're a Skype number, so I can't call you back because I can't afford to. But the number, if you have Skype, and I strongly advise every single one of you to get Skype, because we're going to start having Skype group conversations. Okay, so go and get Skype. It doesn't. If you don't have, you don't have to have credit. But if talking in the society, it won't cost you anything, so you don't need credit. Okay, I've always used Skype anyhow because if I want to call overseas, it works out a hell of a lot cheaper using Skype. But I've never had a phone number. Well, I've gone out. It cost me, I think it was about $80 or something like that to get a Skype phone number so that you guys. See, I've had to pay for these out of my own pocket, out of my own pocket, folks. So if you could throw a dollar in here and there, please do. Okay, we've got to build this up, and I'm trying to do my best with everything. And trust me, when the society is up and running, we've got a board of directors and everything in the society, which we've got to start thinking about. We've got to start pulling that together, right? I've kept all the receipts and I do all the right thing and everything like that. I'm a businessman. I do keep receipts and I've got all the records and all the electronic records of everything that has been spent and everything that has been put in. Trust me, it's pretty much all out of my pocket, and the donations have gone to help pay for the apps and everything like that. So any of you that can help out, it would be really greatly appreciated. I would love to get this website up and running. Any of you that can write stories or any of the research, write something on the stuff you're finding, but it has to be your own words. Don't plagiarize like everybody else does in this world. Just turn around and make the videos, okay? Not videos. Write the story. Make a video about it. I'll post your videos if they're about relevant subjects about this and everything. I'll post them on our site. So yes, I'm going to give you that option to get your videos on the site as well, providing they are relevant to the Mandela Society and the Mandela effect. And if it's about debunking the effect, no, you won't get your video on our website. But the thing is, folks, if you can help out in any way, please don't expect me to do everything. You're joining the society. Okay, please be an active member of the society. You don't have to be, but it'd be nice if I had some other people. I've had one offer, but I can't find the bloody thing on the person. I remember him said, "Oh, I'll help, I'll help." So if you listen to this, please send me a message. Um, and everything. I think it was about even just helping me fix the spelling mistakes. Yes, I make a lot of spelling mistakes, um, and but you got to understand the website is under production, so it's expected. Typos are expected. So anybody that can help in any way, shape, or form, yeah, get in contact with me. You now know how to contact me by Skype. Okay, go onto the website, go in the member section. Once you're signed in, you can access the now there's two contact pages. There's a contact page for the general public, and then you'll see phone support. Click on the phone support number. It operates from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time most days. If there is no answer, try back. Use your Skype account to contact it, because then it doesn't cost you a red razoo. Okay, I haven't listed the number, so look, to call me, you need Skype. Join up, Skype's free. And trust me, I was anti-Skype for many years, and then I realised it's worth it. Trust me, even making phone calls from Skype. Most of my business phone calls are made on Skype. I've always made my business calls using Skype because it works out a shitload cheaper. When you're ringing overseas, it works a hell of a lot cheaper. So those of you out there that can help, help. Those of you that can't, I understand, because you may have come from a rich background to a poor background. And so I love you all. I'll catch you all later, and I'll see you in the chat rooms. And I try and get into everything, but you got to understand, I'm actually pretty much now doing this full time. So anybody that can help, yeah, I love you all, and I'll see you all later. Bye.